therapy sessions. Today we're going to focus on activation and movement with the use of a foam roller, which is going to help us massage the fascial tissue and lengthen out the muscles, as well as help us with the lymphatic, the movement of fluid throughout the body. So water is also important just to help us remove those toxins so we can get that lymph draining and get a lot of circulation of fluid in the body. Let's start off in standing, and I want you just to stand at the back of your mat, and you're going to walk along the mat, hinching the mat between the ball of the foot and the toes. So you really want to focus on activating the feet and getting the toes moving. So get a lot of movement into those toes. Walk yourself forward. Pinch it between. So you don't want to pinch. That's kind of your movement there. You don't want to slide your foot forward. You want to actually pinch your way across the mat. Pinch it away. Pinch. Moving the foot and the other foot forward as you go. Keep going. 1 foot at a time. Moving yourself forward. Focus on your posture as well. Keep looking up. That'll help you activate the glutes. Let's turn around. Now we're going to just push through the feet. So I want you to walk into the ball of the foot, and as you step up, push the heel down and come onto the other foot. So really focus on pushing down and moving into the feet. So nice stretch into the arch of the foot. Make sure you're pushing down into the ball of the foot and lifting up that heel as high as you can. So really stretching into that arch. Walk forward, walk forward. Keep going. Maybe finish off there. And let's just stand in that position. So I want you to push into the ball of the foot, and I want you to just bounce. So you're using the hips and you're bouncing. So really pushing into the ball of the foot. Relax the arms and the shoulders. Just let them go into the flow of the movement. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Let's do the same thing to the other side. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Let the movement go throughout the body. Keep going. 2 and 1. Good. Just shake it up. I want you to take your hand behind your back, and we're going to take the other hand onto the pectoral muscles. So you can work directly onto the skin. Get a nice flushing of the skin so you know you're getting the circulation going. Move up under the clavicle, under that collarbone. So slide the fingers up towards the shoulder, over the pectoral muscle. Now bring the hands down towards the armpit. If you can, work directly onto the skin again. Move down and over those pectoral muscles. 2 more. And 1 more. Wrap that hand right around the back. So opening up across the chest. Now you're going to take the same hand and wrap it around the back of the neck as you look over the opposite shoulder. And then look over the same shoulder as you slide your hands down towards the sternum. Keep going. Another 2. And another 1. So just getting a nice rotation in the neck. Let's bring the other hand behind the back. Pull the shoulder back. So already back. So already you're feeling a stretch across the front of the chest into the pectoral muscles. So now into this position. Pull that shoulder back and activate and lengthen there. Good. So you're activating that back arm line. So the rhomboid is pulling the shoulder blade back. And now you're stretching the pectoral muscles in the front. Slide the hand down, towards the armpit. So moving up to the shoulder and down towards the armpit. Sliding the fingers across. Good. You can also spread the hand out and really move into that area. Good. Now take the hand behind the neck and twist as you look over the shoulder, over the other shoulder. Good. Do another 2. And another 1. Okay, let's come back to the length of the mat. Bring your roller down onto the mat. And you're going to take another nice deep breath in. Roll down through the spine and just bounce there. Walk your hands down onto the mat and bring the knife edge of your hands onto the roller. Lift the tailbone, so keep the tailbone over the knees and bounce your chest up and down. We're going to work into a little bit of freestyle, so imagine you swimming crawl or freestyle. Circle the arm up and bring the hand back. Breathe in, open up into the pelvis there. Breathe out, tuck in around, circle the other arm, reach the hand up, follow the hand, and breathe in, lengthen up. Breathe out as you tuck and circle the arm, and breathe in. Breathe out again, tuck and circle the arm. Let's do another 3. Breathe out, tuck and circle. Reach forward. Breathe out, tuck and circle. 2 sets to go. Breathe in. Breathe out, tuck and circle. Breathe in and lengthen. Tuck and circle. Breathe in, lengthen. Last set. Circle up and around. And the last one. Hold it here and just bounce the chest up and down. So you're bouncing the nose just above the mat. Roll up through the spine. Bring the roller underneath the belly button. So we're just going to focus on breathing into that diaphragm. Pushing the diaphragm into the lower back. So the lungs will expand and they'll push the diaphragm and you'll feel the diaphragm expanding into that lower back. So we want to get that movement and again get that fluid moving around the lower back. Nice deep breath in and breathe out. You can stay in this position or you can relax onto your forehead. Nice deep breath in. Make sure you're on the belly button and not on the rib cage. Make sure the roller is lower down, just above the hip bones. Nice deep breath in and breathe out. And the last one. And breathe out. Come back onto your elbows. Position the roller onto the front of the legs. And let's move from the hips to the knees. So here we're working along that front line of the body, as well as that deep core line, so that focus on the breathing, releasing the diaphragm, that's all part of that deep core line. You can work right over the knees. Move the roller to the knees and over the knees unless you are taking any strain in the knees. You don't want to go over the knees if there's pain involved. Do another 2. And another 1. Good. Perhaps bring yourself a little bit further back onto the mat with the roller. Bring the knees onto the roller. Rolling over the shins now, so we're going to tuck and breathe in. Open up there into the lower back. Breathe out, tuck. And breathe in. Another 2. Breathe in. Go all the way down over the front of the feet and breathe in. We're going to keep moving in this direction. If you can work completely into an extension, if you're not taking any strain in the knees, then I want you to work the entire length of the legs. If you are taking any strain anywhere, carry on over the shins and then move back onto the front of the thighs, so from the hips to the knees. Otherwise, we're going to tuck, open up, breathe in, tuck, lengthen back, and reach back. So try to keep the elbows straight. Make sure you're squeezing the glutes to support the lower back, and lengthen away. Good. Squeeze and lift. Tuck and round. Keep going. Lengthen your way out. Tuck and round. Breathe in and lengthen. Keep going. Reach, reach, reach. Another 2. Tuck. Lift. And breathe in. Hold it in that lifted position. And release the knees onto the mat. Shift the roller a little bit further towards the toes. So now we're getting a nice stretch in the front of the ankles. We're going to start off in a stretch, then we're going to bring the hands down. We're going to tuck and round the spine, lift the knees up and pulse in this position. Then you're going to drop down, hold onto your roller. Try and keep the roller right at the toes, so you're really focusing on that stretch in the front of the ankles. Lift up, nod the head from side to side. If you are taking strain in the knees, come up onto the knees and just lengthen back. So getting a nice stretch here, focusing on opening into the diaphragm and breathing into that diaphragm. Okay, let's take the hands back onto the mat and take a nice deep breath into your arch. Breathe out, tucking around. Lift the knees and bounce the knees up and down. Keep going for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the knees. Bring the hands onto the roller or onto your shoulders in that upright position. Breathe in. Thrust the pelvis up. Nod the head. Focus on the movement into the neck. And release. Let's do it again. Bring the hands onto the mat. Nice deep breath in, arch. Breathe out, tucking around. Hands are quite close to the knees, so you're getting that nice rounded position in the lower back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Drop down. Take a nice deep breath in. And nod the head from side to side. Be aware of your breathing. When we're in that rounded position, you're restricting your range of movement in the diaphragm, so therefore you'll want to focus a lot more on getting deeper into that breath. But although it'll be restricted, keep focusing on the breathing. Take a nice deep breath in, arch. And breathe out, tucking around. Lift and lower, breathe. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And last one, breathe in and breathe out. So that should assist you focusing on the contraction in those abdominal muscles. Breathing. Going to do one more in that position, hands onto the mat, nice deep breath into your arch. Breathe out to your tuck and round, chin to the chest, lift, breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Last one. And breathe out. Drop down and bring the hands onto the roller. Breathe in and lengthen. Okay, release. Come into a seated position and have a nice big drink of water. We're going to move a little bit into spiral and lateral stretches now. You can just put the roller over to one side. You've got a few options of your seated position. If you're comfortable in a lotus position, I want you to move into a lotus. If you're not comfortable in a lotus position, I want you just to stay cross-legged. Okay, from there, we're going to take the opposite hand onto the knee. You're going to wrap the other hand around the waist and onto the inner thigh if you can reach it. Now you're going to take that front hand and help it bounce you into that spiral. Rotate, rotate. Look up and over that back shoulder and around as much as you can. Now you're going to take the hand that's wrapped around the waist and you're going to reach it into that lateral stretch. Try to push this knee down as much as you can and bounce into that lateral movement. Good. We're going to do the same thing again. Reach that top arm up and around, rotate it and bounce into that rotation. Keep going. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Again, reach up and over and bounce. 2. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's bring that hand onto the knee. Wrap the other arm around into the rotation on the other side. Bounce for 2. You'll definitely feel one side a little bit more restricted than the other. Keep going. Look over that shoulder at the back. Take that arm and reach up and over. Do the same thing again. Reach up and around and rotate. Use that front hand to pull you into that rotation. 5 and 4, 3 and 2 and 1. Reach the arm up and over and again bounce for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Good. Bring the hands onto the knees. Just give the shoulders a nice big roll. Shrug them a few times. From there, we're going to bring the ear onto the roller and we're going to release a little bit more into the lateral side. So drop the ear onto the roller and nod the head forward and back. Let's now bring that top hand onto the mat or next to you. Bring the elbow onto the roller. Rest your head in your hands, knees to diagonal. And let's roll along the triceps. Reach into that lateral extension. Breathe out and tuck. Breathe in and lengthen out. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out and breathe in. You might find the elbow moves, shifts a little bit forward. Keep lining it up in line with the shoulder. Let's do another 2. And breathe out. And another 1. Bring the roller right underneath the elbow. Rest your rib cage on the mat. You have the option of bending and keeping the bottom knee bent. Take your thumb or your big toe into your index and middle finger. Your other option is to hold onto your thigh. Okay, extend the leg and bend it. So getting a nice lateral stretch. If you want to challenge your balance, make sure you're activating the glutes. You can extend that bottom leg and release. Good. Breathe in, lengthen and release. Breathe in, lengthen and release. That other option as well, you want to try and keep pushing the hip forward, opening up into that hip. Don't let that top hip drop back. Keep going in that extension and release. Let's hold it in the lengthened position. Now for the next one, bend the bottom knee if it isn't already. You're going to drop the leg forward and breathe into the lift. Breathe out and drop forward. Breathe into the lift. And again, drop forward. Breathe into the lift. Another 2. And breathe into the lift. And breathe out. And breathe into the lift. Good, release it. Let's just stay in this place. Just rock onto your back. And again, just releasing and nodding the head from side to side, releasing the neck. Hold on to either side of the roller so that you're opening up across the chest. Come back to center. Rock yourself up to a seated position, and let's just release the shoulder blades. So the side that we've just released, that you were lying on, that you were releasing the tricep, I want you to bring the elbows together and stay on that shoulder blade. So feet are flat, stay on that shoulder blade and release just that shoulder blade. If it's very sore, then you can move on to both shoulder blades, so you're opening up to the ceiling. But if you can, I want you to focus just on one side at a time, keeping the elbows together, and you're releasing nice and deeply into that area. Keep focusing on your breathing, and breathe out. Let's do another 2. And another 1. Good. From there, let's come over to the other side. So bring the roller onto the other side. Perhaps another quick drink of water. Bring your ear back onto the roller. Stack your shoulders and look behind you. So stacking the shoulders and not letting that top shoulder back will give you some sort of restriction. So you've got to work a little bit harder into that rotation. Moving around, you're releasing that occiput ridge along the base of the skull. Another 2. Breathe in and out, and another 1. And breathe out. Good. Coming up, let's bring the elbow onto the roller and lengthen out. Stack the knees. Breathe out, tuck. Breathe in, open up. So in this position, you're lengthening the fingers in line with the neck, and the heel of the hand is or the ear is resting on the heel of the hand. Lengthen out. Breathe in. Breathe out, tuck and round. Breathe in, lengthen out. Breathe out, tuck and round. Breathe in, create space. You're breathing into that space. Now tuck it in, deflate the lungs. Breathe in again. and breathe out. Let's hold it in this extended position. Position the roller underneath the elbow, so you're dropping the rib cage onto the mat. Those two options, either the knee bent or extended. Yogic lock, so big toe, the fingers, the index and middle finger wrap around the big toe. Lengthen the bottom leg if you want to, but make sure you don't drop that top hip back. Let's bend, breathing out, breathe in, and extend. Breathe out, and breathe in. Breathe out. Despite the fact that you're dropping the rib cage onto the mat, I don't want you to sink into your shoulder. Lift yourself up and lengthen out of it as much as you can. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. Keep going. And breathe out. Another 2. And breathe out. Remember, you've also got the option to hold onto the thigh and breathe out. In the bottom knee, if it isn't already, hold that extension with the top leg and rock forward and breathe in. It's a nice lateral stretch down the top of the leg. Breathing out. The more you breathe, the more movement you'll create. The more you're going to feel that stretch. And another 2, nice deep breath in and breathe out. And the last one, and breathe out. Bend both knees. Let's bring the shoulder blade, so that shoulder blade you're working on, onto the roller. Bring the elbows together, feet flat, elbows are, or the arms and the elbows together. Cradle the head and massage over that shoulder blade. Go on to both shoulder blades if you're taking too much strain. Often one side is not the same as the other side. We're going for 2 more. And the last one. And let's release the roller. Stay on this side, come onto your elbow, shoulder and elbow in line. Knees again are stacked to the diagonal. We're going to take a nice deep breath in. You're going to open up that shoulder, that chest. Pull the elbow back so it's activating the rhomboids at the back. From there, you're going to lengthen that arm. Then as you breathe out, so you're in a nice open position here, as you breathe out, I want you to pull the shoulders down. So again, punching you and you tucking there, and you circle that top arm into that rounded position. Reach that arm down. So you're putting the weight into the hip and not into the shoulder. Breathe in, open up, breathe out. Pull down. Let's do another 1. And breathe out. Hold it in this position. You can continue the same movement. If you can take it a little step further, I want you to lift up off the hip. So you're getting into that spiral line, activating, and you should feel those obliques in the waist working. Drop down. Breathe in, open up. Extend the arm. Breathe out, tuck in around, lift up off the hip, drop the hip, breathe in for 4, reach the arm, bend and round, pull down and lift up. Let's do 5, and reach, breathe out, tuck in round, and when you're ready, lift. Drop down and reach, breathe out and lift. Good. 7, and reach. Breathe out, tuck and round, and lift. 3 to go. Nice deep breath in, and reach. Breathe out, tuck and round. If you're feeling the shoulder, don't do the lift. Breathe out, drop down. 2 more. Nice deep breath in, open up out of that shoulder. Breathe out, tuck and round, and lift. Ready for the last one. Open up and reach. Breathe out, tuck and round, and lift. Good. Drop back down. We're going to take the top knee, bring it back in line with the hips. So you might want to bring that bottom knee slightly forward. We're going to work into a lateral stretch. We're going to reach the arm, and we're going to breathe out and breathe in. Breathe out. So similar thing, we're going to pull away from the shoulder, lengthening down and reaching the arm up and over. Bend and reach. From here, I want you to take it one step further, so we're going to progress. And from the stretch in the lateral side, we're going to tuck to the center and pull down. Breathe in, lengthen out. Breathe out, tuck and round. Breathe in, lengthen out. Breathe out, tuck and round. Breathe in. It's all about the breathing to help you activate those core muscles. Breathe out, tuck and round. Keep going for 5. Breathe out, tuck and round. 6, nice deep breath in. Breathe out. And 7. And breathe out. 3 more. And breathe out. 2 more. And breathe out. And the last one. Hold it in that extended position. Now as you breathe out, hold it in this rounded position. Bounce the knee up, tuck. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take a nice deep breath in and come into that lifted position. Let's move over to the other side. Maybe have a quick drink of water. So onto the other elbow. Stacking the knees to the diagonal. We're going to breathe in, open up, and lengthen out. Breathe out and round. Do one more like this. Nice deep breath in, open up, and extend that arm. And as you tuck, remember to push down into that lower back and around the spine, breathing out here. Let's add that lift. Breathe out, lift, drop down. Take a nice deep breath in and lengthen. Breathe out, push down and lift. Release. Breathe in for 3 and reach. Breathe out, tuck and lift. Drop down. Nice deep breath in. Breathe out, tuck and lift. Drop down for 5. Breathe out and lift. Keep going. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in for 7. Breathe out. 2 more. Nice deep breath in. Breathe out. For the last one. And breathe out. Drop down. Let's bring the bottom knee forward. Lift and extend the top leg back. Reach that top arm next to the ear. And we're going to bounce into that extended position. So just one of these. Reach and release. Let's do the second one. And reach. And now you tuck. Breathe in. Drop down, open up. Breathe out. Breathe in. The more you focus on the breathing, the more you're going to work those core muscles. And breathe out. Let's do 5. And breathe out. And 6. And breathe out. For 7. And breathe out. 3 more. And breathe out. 2 more. And breathe out. The last one. And breathe out. Come into a seated position. Let's take the foam roller and we're going to bring it underneath the lower back. So just bring it underneath the tailbone, lower down through your spine. We're going to keep the roller where it is. And before we bring the roller into the lower back, we're going to just focus on a pelvic thrust. I'll talk you through it as we go. We're going to breathe in, arch. Breathe out to your tuck. Engage your glutes so you're tucking under, scooping the belly in. From there, you're going to breathe in and lift up. I want you to be holding the roller, but bring the feet as close to the roller as you can. Now you're going to drop one ear into the shoulder. And we're going to bounce the tailbone up to the ceiling for 10, 9. So you're dropping the ear over. You're dropping the ear over to the shoulder. And you should find that you feel the glute activation in that side much more prominent. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and thrust, ear to the shoulder. Let's do it again for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down through the spine. We're going to come back to the center. The same thing to the other side. Breathe into your arch. Breathe out to your tuck. Activate and squeeze the glutes. Breathe in. Thrust up. Ear to the opposite shoulder. Now let's bounce. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lower down through the spine. Come back to the center. We're going to breathe into the center. Keep the head in line with the spine. So nice deep breath in. Breathe out, tuck and round. Activate the glutes. Breathe in, thrust it up. Let's bring the roller into the lower back. So make sure it's not under the glutes, but it's right into the small of the back. So you're opening up and you're able to focus on that breathing. Bring the knees over the hips a little bit more easily. There. We're going to hold on to either side of the roller and we're going to breathe into the center. Breathe out. You're pushing the knees up to the ceiling. So I don't want to see this happening. Not momentum. It's breath and activation. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Point those knees up to the ceiling. Keep the feet as close to the tailbone as you can. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. We're going to focus on rocking the knees from side to side as we breathe in. So it's a breath in, drop the knees to one side, breathe out and tuck. Breathe into the center. Rock the knees to the other side. Breathe out and tuck. Breathe in and breathe out and tuck. Good, keep going. Nice deep breath in. Focus on the exhalation and hold the tuck. Again, nice deep breath in. Breathe out and tuck. Breathe in and breathe out. Keep going. Nice deep breath into your arch. Breathe out and tuck. And again. And breathe out. Let's do another 4. Breathe out and tuck. And 3. Breathe out and tuck. 2 more. Breathe out and tuck. And the last one. And breathe out and tuck. Come back to the center. We're going to continue with a similar movement. This time we're going to add a leg extension and keep the movement in the center. Breathe in. As you breathe out, tuck. Extend the feet up to the ceiling. So get a little bit more activation in the glutes. Bend the knees. Breathe in. Breathe out, tuck. Point the toes up to the ceiling, but relax the feet. Bend the knees. Breathe in. Breathe out, tuck. Breathe in and extend. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out, tuck. Breathe in, extend. Breathe out. Breathe in. Keep going, tuck. Breathe in. Breathe out. We're going to do another 4. Breathe in, open up. Breathe out, tuck. Extend, breathe in. Drop down. Breathe in. Breathe out, tuck. Breathe in. Drop down, breathe out. Breathe in. For the last 2, breathe out, tuck. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in here. Last one. Breathe in. Breathe out. And open up. Good. Release one foot. Release the other foot. Take another nice deep breath in. Thrust the pelvis up to the ceiling. Reach the hands down and hold on to the roller. Bring the ear back to the first side. And I want you to bounce the tailbone up for 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you should feel a nice lateral stretch down the one side and real activation into the glutes on the other side. Let's come back to center, roll down through the spine. Another one, taking the head over to the other shoulder. Breathe in, arch. Breathe out, tuck. Breathe in, thrust. Drop the ear or take the ear over to the opposite shoulder and or to the same shoulder and bounce the tailbone up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, into the lower back. If you're not comfortable in this position, release the roller. Otherwise, we're opening up into the diaphragm again, reaching the arms next to the ears. And you can just rock yourself forward and back. Let the feet flop out. Have a nice big yawn. And stretch. Reach the arms up next to the ears. Breathe, relax, and focus on the breathing a bit now. And last one, nice deep breath in. And breathe out. Bend the knees and bring the feet flat. Lift the tailbone again and just release the roller from under the lower back. Hug the knees into the chest and bounce them towards the chest. Rock yourself into a seated position. Have a quick drink of water, and we're going to bring the roller lengthways on the front of the body. So come onto the hands and knees. Bring the roller between the knees. And I want you to lower down. So the roller is between the knees, and you're going to lower down so that your forehead will be resting on your hands in front of the roller. So you want to focus on just relaxing there. Your knees are on either side of the roller. So we're going to focus on breathing into the diaphragm so the breath comes around into the lower back. And then as you breathe out, you're going to squeeze the roller with the knees. And almost like the more you squeeze that roller, activating the deep core line, the more you're going to help expel the breath from the lungs. So let's relax the upper body. Take a nice deep breath in. Relax the knees. Push the breath into that lower back with the belly button, pushing down into the roller. Now breathe out. Squeeze the roller, breathe out. Exhale, 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 exhale. Nice deep breath in. And breathe out. Keep squeezing that roller. Again, a nice deep breath in. Hold it. And breathe out. Squeeze that roller. Take another nice deep breath in. And breathe out. Last one, a nice deep breath in. As you breathe out, squeeze that roller. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Tuck your chin into your chest. Pull back up. And let's bring the roller back, similar to what we were doing earlier. We're going to bring the hands on, the knife edge of the hands onto the roller and just bounce your chest up and down. Take a nice deep breath in this position. Round your spine and bounce your bum back. Round the spine, bounce. 3, 4. When you're ready to take a nice deep breath in, roll forward again and bounce for 2, 3, and 4. Breathe out, tuck and round, and bounce for 2, 3, 4. Breathe in again and bounce for 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, tuck and round, bounce back for 2, 3, 4. 2 more. Nice deep breath in and bounce. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, tuck and round, and bounce for 2, 3, 4. Last one. Nice deep breath in and bounce for 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, tuck and round, and bounce for 2, 3, 4. Good. Release the roller to the side. Drop down onto your front. Bring your forehead onto your hands. Just wiggle the hips and loosen up the spine. And now we're going to focus on inhaling, lifting up, activating those rhomboids, and we're going to move the upper body from side to side. Relax your feet. Don't let the feet lift off. You want to squeeze the glutes, push the legs down to help support the lower back. Let's do that all together. So we're going to hold it up in a lifted position. Focus on the breathing for 4 counts and breathe out as you drop down and rest the forehead back on the hands. Let's hold it in this position. So take a nice deep breath in for 4 counts. Hold it up and breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Come back to center. Bring the forehead back onto the hands. Wiggle the hips from side to side. Let's do that again. Taking a nice deep breath in. Lift yourself up, squeezing the shoulder blades together, elbows into the waist, and breathe. Come back to center, bring the forehead onto the hands and relax. Wiggling the hips again from side to side. Let's do 2 more like that, taking a nice deep breath into your lift. Shoulder blades together at the back. Pull the elbows down. Shoulders will come down. Breathe. Breathe in. And breathe out. Relax one last time. Wiggle the hips from side to side, loosening up into the neck and the shoulders. And here we go for the last set. Nice deep breath in. And elbows in, lifting up. And rock from side to side. Make sure those glutes are activated. And the last one. Back to center and relax. Good. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Tuck your chin to your chest. Round your spine. And pull back into child's pose. Relax your forehead on the mat. And tuck the tailbone, round your spine, and uncurl through the spine. Take a nice deep breath in, and breathe out. Then step the foot up, step the other foot up, and shake everything out. Take one last deep breath in, and breathe out. And swing the arms around the body. One last drink of water. Well done, and thank you for joining me.